Let's smoke this animal.
We're Shander and Farty, the terror of the town. Everywhere we go, we bring the curtains down. Shander's got his head up in the clouds so high. And Farty's dropping truth bombs, making grown men cry. We swear like sailors, cause a big commotion. Getting thrown out, it's like a life's devotion. From bars to cafes, they show us the door. But we keep on laughing, yeah, we keep asking for more. Sanders got a mouth that never knows when to quit. He'll say the wrong thing just for the hell of it. Farty's on a rant about the state of the nation, while Sanders in the corner lacking concentration. We swear like sailors, cause a big commotion. Getting thrown out, it's like a life's devotion. From bars to cafes, they show us the door. But we keep on laughing, yeah, we keep asking for more. We've been banned from the bar, kicked out of the diner, but we'll just find another cause the night's getting finer. Shander's a dreamer with his head in the world. Farty's got opinions that'll make your hair curl. Amanda tried to flirt, but it turned into a mess. She called her a lady, she heard hot mess. Farty's on his soapbox, preaching to the crowd, but all they hear is noise cause he's way too loud. We swear like sailors, cause a big commotion. Getting thrown out, it's like a life's devotion. From bars to cafes, they show us the door. But we keep on laughing, yeah, we keep asking for more. So if you see us coming, better lock the door. Cause Sandra and Farty are always looking for more. We're a whirlwind of chaos, a two-man parade. And we'll keep on rolling till our legend is made. Yeah, we'll keep on rolling till our legend is made. We've been banned from the bar, kicked out of the diner, but we'll just find another cause the night's getting finer. Shander's a dreamer with his head in a whirl. Farty's got opinions that'll make your hair curl. We've been banned from the bar, kicked out of the diner, but we'll just find another cause the night's getting finer. Sanders a dreamer with his head in the world. Farty's got opinions that'll make your hair curl. Sander tried to flirt, but it turned into a mess. He called her a lady, she heard hot mess, didn't find her. Yeah, we'll keep on rolling till I let your hair curl. So if you see us coming, better lock the door. Cause Sean...
Shit, fuck.
I got nothing this week.
You just said shit fart cunt though.
Yeah,
Isn't that something?
apparently.
All right, guys. So today is a bit of an experiment. We're experimenting with Restream, and I didn't think Restream had a free option where you could just stream to like 2 channels, because whatever. So we're doing that today instead of just cutting off YouTube entirely for the Saturday morning show. So we are streaming to YouTube, but we do have the backup on Kick. Does that make sense?
Yeah, as much as insanity.
Okay. All right. Well, then we're golden. Then we're perfect. Yeah, I didn't really pick much out in terms of topics today, only because there was one that just kind of broke my brain. Have you seen this shit with Brazil?
No.
So apparently, there's this like dictator Supreme Court judge in Brazil who's like butthurt that uh, Twitter exists. And I'm oversimplifying this. There's a lot more context you guys need. Please go and look at the context. But the long and short of it is this judge in fucking Brazil is all like, uh, why don't you go fuck yourself, Elon, and take and take Twitter with you because Twitter's now banned in Brazil. We're banning Twitter in Brazil because we're a dictatorship. And if you use a VPN, and if the citizenry uses a VPN, they're going to be fined like 8,800 Brazilian dollars.
It's probably about 35 cents.
Yeah, it's 35 cents they can't afford.
Well, sucks to be them. They should be Australians, then it'd be 35 cents then.
Yeah, they should be Australian, but they're not.
Don't blame me.
What's that?
Don't blame me.
I'm not blaming you. No one blame Farty.
Everyone fucking blames me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Farty. I'm sending you cat hugs, okay?
No.
I'm sending you cat hugs. God, these early morning streams kill me sometimes, you know? Just sometimes. Only because it's like so much earlier. How do I phrase this? Because my brain is complete dog shit at the moment. But I'm sure everyone knows what that is. So I stream on Twitch, right? And I stream on Twitch and I game on Twitch at like 2 o'clock in the morning, my time, right? And it is such a different thing, like that 3 hours difference. So like we're 3 hours out from when I would normally stream on Twitch, and this would be the time I start getting tired and winding the stream down. So like another 2 hours from now, I'll be like, all right, I'm going to bed. Fuck you guys. Good night. Right? And so I'm like, I have to actually like go to sleep right up until 4 o'clock so that I am okay for the stream. And that just didn't happen this week. I considered just being like, hey, Farty, we're doing it tomorrow. Fuck you. I'm going to sleep. But I got like, I don't know, 2 hours of sleep. Ravage, come on. You are squirming too much. You need to go. All right. You need to go over there. So yeah, I'm a little fried this morning is the point that I'm trying to get at. How about you, Farty, this evening? How are you doing?
I don't know. Well, the thing that I don't get about this whole domestic fucking violence thing is why the fuck all these men are getting bashed and why men are getting bashed in general. And there's interesting statistics are coming out recently that fucking it's through gay men, heterosexual relationships, and fucking lesbian relationships. The fucking least amount of domestic violence happens in gay relationships. Sort of the mid-range happens in normal relationships, and fucking most of it happens in lesbian relationships. And I think that's fucking hilarious.
The problem is women, Farty.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, fucking, but they carry on like, you know, fucking, there's no excuse to hit a woman and all this kind of stuff. And I knew this Sheila who, it was involved in the reason why one of my mates is in jail at the moment. And fucking, in a space of about 3 months, not only did 3 people that was supposedly the love of her fucking life die, but fucking 3 different people saw fit to punch her the fuck out. One being some random person in a pub that if you look down on her Facebook page a couple of months prior to the incident, you'd see that they're best mates. You didn't know him. Shit, I didn't know him. I didn't know him. I didn't do anything wrong. I don't know what I did. Yeah, go on, you dickhead. And the second person being me mate, who's now in jail, and well, fucking, if you met this bitch, you'd punch her the fuck out too, because the third lot of people were two female coppers, and these two female coppers are seeing fit to fucking find a reason to punch her the fuck out. Well, I think, you're a bit of an arsehole, and there is, in fact, a few excuses now, isn't there? Anyway, fucking. So then there's like things like with the MMA, and I thought human behaviour was fucking hilarious there because, in all of these, sporting events where these fucking Sheilas are going up against the blokes, it's not a case of fucking, they're at home minding their own fucking business, and the door gets kicked open, and two cunts jump in with a big white fucking sack and some chloroform. They knock her the fuck out, put her in the big sack, jump her in a fucking van. Next thing she knows, she wakes up in a boxing ring in fucking the middle of where the fuck the Olympics just was. And who gives a shit? Like, how fucking quick did we forget this one? Mm-hmm. Fucking, oh shit, it was in fucking France. Yeah, no wonder we tried to forget it. It's just a reflex action from fucking seeing a shithole. Anyway, bloody, and then she wakes up in the fucking ring, and it's then and only then she finds out who she's fighting. No, it doesn't fucking work like that, There's all fucking ton of shit backwards and forwards, and with this MMA Sheila, she fought this dude who was a Navy SEAL. And fucking, somewhere along the line that conversation had to be had, that fucking, like, hey, that bloke, that Sheila you're fighting, like fucking 6 months ago, that used to be a dude, right? And she's like, oh, yeah, that's fine. And, okay, then, well, I think we should let you know, too, that, like, 12 months ago, it was a no-shit fucking Navy SEAL shooting fucking ragheads over in the fucking sandbox. Oh, yeah, that's fine. And every cunt's fucking fine with it. Like, they're okay with her saying yes to it. They're okay with her getting in the fucking ring, right? They're okay with the fight as it's fucking progressing. And then the point she's getting choked the fuck out on national television, that's when every cunt's got a fucking problem with it. Oh, look, see how fucking many cunts were standing in the way trying to fucking stop it from happening in the first place? And that was something I've noticed too with female friends over the years, right? They'll get a fucking, and it's not like I just shit on every fucking bloke some Sheila I know is fucking going out with either, eh? Yeah. But you'll get the ones that really don't pass the fucking sniff test. And if you open your fucking mouth right at the beginning to try and prevent it from happening, all that bloody happens is you get bombarded with, oh, why can't you just let her be happy fucking comments and shit like that? And it's like, fucking, I'd be happy if she doesn't get fucking hurt. Yeah. And one cunt shit fucking responded to me with, oh, well, sometimes people got to learn this for themselves. I'm thinking, nowadays, cunt, that could be fucking by getting killed, you stupid shit. Yeah, but I ended up getting ostracized from the friend group fucking because, every cunt now accuses me of being fucking jealous and shit. And then 2 years fucking later on, when she's now fucking broken out of the fucking relationship and allowed to talk to her friends again, not one of them fucking comes back to me and says, look, man, you were right. Yeah, sorry about that fucking shit. We should have fucking listened to you and prevented all this fucking, trauma that she's got now. Yeah. And not fucking one of them. So then, like, with the Olympic boxer, like, the first bitch that gets in the fucking ring with fucking, what's his shit from Algeria, right? Fucking, like, that again, no one said shit until, like, she got booped in the snoot. And let's face it, boys and girls, that fucking punch was full extension, only barely just touched her, and she was wearing a fucking face guard, and he was wearing fucking gloves. And, like, holy fucking shit, it was the lightest fucking love tap you've ever fucking seen. And she runs off fucking crying like a little fucking whiny bitch. Oh, for fuck's sake, fucking, you should have thought about that before getting in the ring, you dumb cunt. And then now, right, I see today, with all this shit about, it's no excuse to hit a woman, even though I've just given you a shit ton of them, they've just gone and fucking said that they're going to do a female only fight club.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm just like, and you're getting Margot Robbie.
Explain it to me. What the actual fucking fuck?
And you're getting Margot Robbie on board with it, too. Like, did you not, like, see Birds of Prey? Did you not see how badly that failed if you didn't see it? Like, nobody's going to come to this. Nobody's going to go watch it. Nobody. It's another... everything aside, it's another fucking remake. I don't know how I feel about the party.
How did that fucking Female Oceans fucking movie go? Did that shit itself too?
It did, yeah. It fell apart faster than a fucking burrito in the rain, dude.
Well, surprise, surprise, surprise. Fucking shit.
And it's not even because it was female led. It's just another fucking reboot or another fucking remake.
Let me guess. They just basically took one of the previous men's stories and just swapped out the fucking
Yeah.
men for the. Basically, did it verbatim.
They swapped cocks for boobs, and that's what you got. I was gonna say something about this earlier, but I wanted to let you talk, and now I forgot what it was. So yeah, it's the whole domestic violence thing, right? People are talking about, we're having this discussion again about domestic violence, and you know, and like you said, yeah, there's definitely a reason to hit a woman now, and they were taught, the ladies were taught when we were growing up that the men won't hurt you, that the men are supposed to protect you, and that there's no reason for them to hit you. And you get a couple of bad actors who actually will hit a woman for no fucking reason. But I'm at the stage in my life where, listen, if Shorty's coming after me, fucking trying to swing on me, I'm defending myself.
Well, I'm of the opinion now, because I tried to remove myself from a situation twice before something actually happened, and someone got that hurt that I fucking did that, and for the last laugh, they called the cops and lied about what happened on me. I'm now of the opinion, if I'm thinking that something's going to happen where I should have removed myself, I'm going to prevent the other person from calling the police in the first place. Since I'll only get one shot at it, I'm not going for fucking simple assault. I'm going to go for fucking murder, alright? Fucking jail because some fucking slags fucking piss me off, and I'm thinking, fucking, if I fucking just walk out,
If you're
she's
gonna
just
end
gonna
up in
die.
prison anyway, you may as well be set for the rest of your life.
You're gonna do something, you might as well do a proper job of it.
Yeah.
Fucking bloody.
Now we're not saying Farty's willingly going out to murder people. I can't believe that has to be stated.
Well, willingly or not, I'm still gonna blame my insanity.
Yeah. The fucked up problem is they're either it's gonna go one of two ways, right? It's gonna go to one of two extremes given the day and age, right? It's gonna go one of two ways. The first way is they just don't give a shit and don't listen, and they put you in a fucking 6x6 and that's it, right? The other way it goes is that they hyper politicize the shit out of it, going, see, mental illness among men is a huge problem. And then Farty becomes the poster boy, and then we get Farty doxxed all over the internet, and I'd be like, hey, I used to know him.
Oh, no cunt's gonna admit to that.
Oh, I will. You're my brother, Farty. I will admit to. Did you really know him? Yeah, I watched the one time he crawled around on chicken wire on his balls.
Fucking. But I saw this interesting thing where they were looking through generations. So Gen X, we were sort of
feral. Is that the word you want to use?
Yeah, kind of thing. And then when the 90s chicks started hitting the wall in the 30s and all that kind of stuff, they started losing their shit, fucking divorcing, because by that point, divorce had become fucking normalized.
Yeah.
Throughout the 70s and 80s, just about every fucking sitcom on TV involved some fucking episode about some kind of getting divorced, and they got to explain it to the bloody kids and shit like that. And then by the fucking 90s, it was pretty bloody rampant, and then 2000s, 2010s, it became statistically that fucking most marriages only last 2 to 5 years. And that's an interesting thing, so I'll get back to that in a moment. So So when they all started losing the fucking plot because they've ditched their blokes and all the other blokes and fucking fed up with their fucking, you know, nutcase fucking misses and had their divorce and shit like that, not really looking forward to going for another nutcase fucking 30-something bloody year-old slag who's a divorcee. So they're looking for the younger model kind of thing. In the meantime, the Gen fucking Y have been told fucking, no, don't go fucking getting married and all this kind of shit. Either get a sugar daddy or fucking go get a career and all this kind of shit. Don't get a family, blah, 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 blah. So they weren't having kids.
Yeah.
And some of Gen X as well, they weren't having fucking kids at the end of it as well because they were sort of the beginning of that sort of, you know, fucking go get a career nonsense.
Yeah.
Anyway, see, females are in like a lot of different places of the workplace only very recently that they typically have never been before, and they're only just fucking things up. And we're just finding out reasons why we didn't want them, you know, in the workplace to vote, to be in politics, to have a fucking opinion, be out of the bloody kitchen, or fucking say anything really. So, I don't give a flying fuck if you call me a misogynist. You can suck on my fucking dick, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
It's funny that you mention that, and sorry to cut you off, but it's funny that you mention that because now we're starting to see.
Where it was.
What's that?
You better remember where it was.
Oh shit, I don't even remember where I was, dude.
We'll quick continue.
But yeah, real quick. It's funny now because you see a lot of Gen Z women now are starting to go, oh shit, maybe it's better in the kitchen.
Well, partially, right? There's one where there's a part where they start losing the absolute shit, and that's Gen Z, right? Fucking, they're coming up, and it's end of Gen Y and beginning of Gen Z, which is the ones that were fucking starting being told that men were fucking dangerous. They were all violent. They'd be fucking afraid of us. And I'm thinking, too, that there's a faction out there that getting told that fucking, oh, well, men can't really retaliate. So if you see someone fucking nasty because they're all fucking dangerous, if your intuition fucking doesn't read true, and remember, women can't pick a fucking dude for shit. So, of course, they'll pick the fucking medic, firefighter, ex-soldier, fucking, you know, bloody... Yeah, the only cunt in the room that saves 8 people's lives and is probably willing to do it again, you know, yeah, I'm the fucking porcelain cunt that she'll pick out of a fucking crowd and just piss me off to the point that I'll lose me shit just so she can call the cops. I'm afraid of him. Yeah, fucking...
It's the whole...
that's the impression I'm getting nowadays, is they're going out of their way to fucking piss blokes off, and I'm like, you know what, you're getting fucking your heads kicked in nowadays. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, they're getting what they deserve.
Yeah.
And
like,
it's...
You can only tell dudes that they can't fucking do anything about something for a certain amount of time before they just go, you know what, what's the fucking listen to you for?
Yeah. It's funny though because like there's like this huge push from college kids right now to get Sharia law in the United States because we need Sharia law. And
we need to get the women back under control.
And I'm just like, you know, Sharia law works out great for me. Okay, it works out great
Come on,
for
sweetheart, let's join Islam. They let women get stoned there.
Yeah. It works out great for me as an individual because, you know, as a man, I could be like, yeah, I could brag to all the other men that I can do A, B, and C. And it's stupid. It's absolutely stupid, isn't it? Like, the insane amount of power Islam gives men. Like, did you see the Taliban just banned women from, like, singing outside and reading in public? Not even out loud, just reading. If they have a book and they're reading in public, that's a stonable offense.
Well, if you think that fucking the Taliban were really treating the Sheilas like fucking kids, plus when they were taking over fucking Kabul and all that, you got another fucking thing coming.
Yeah.
So I remember there a lot of footage of like women protesting and stuff like that, and then while the cameras were around, yeah, sure, a couple of them got whacked with a couple of bits of bamboo and stuff like that, just to give them a bit of like, oh, don't be a fucking, don't be a manly little fag, here, pop, get back to where you were, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Fuck, but they weren't sort of like grabbing them and fucking beating the absolute smacking shit out of them. But all the kids' clubs and like those, hey, look, we're treating women with respect, look, and fucking all this kind of shit. But you know for a fact that as soon as the fucking cameras are off, they trucked all those flags out the middle of the fucking desert.
Oh, they wouldn't even do that, man. They would just take him to the nearest building and teach him to fly.
That takes too long.
All you need to do is go up 2 stories. Like, we want to show you something. We're gonna have a party for you on the roof.
Yeah,
Go
but
up
that
to-
doesn't.
go up-
That 2 stories doesn't actually kill you. It only
Oh, I
just
know.
fucks you up so you can't move. You just sit there fucking howling and shit, and you're gonna shoot them anyway. So.
No, I know. That was the point that I was making, Farty. You just drag
No,
him
but
up.
that fucking noise will get really fucking annoying after a while too.
Then at that point, it's someone else's problem. At that point, it's someone else's problem, Farty. It's funny. We peaked at like 5 viewers a second ago on Kick, and like I guess people don't understand that that this we're making light of shit. We're not actually on the side of whatever.
I fucking scare every gun off. Oops.
It's like no one understands my sense of humor but me. Maybe you, Farty. Farty, do you understand my sense of humor? Do you get me, Farty?
I don't understand fucking anything.
I mean, it's fine if it's fine if people aren't showing up and sticking around. I'm actually okay with that because, like, if you don't if you
Kind of off the platform.
what's that?
As long as they don't complain us off the platform.
Right? First stream, you're done. But that'll be a good record for us, right? We can put that on our resume. Yeah, we got banned on Kick. Very first stream out.
Because then I got banned booted off Twitter the first time.
Did you really?
Yeah, I think it was like a week. I was like, fuck it took me a fucking week. What do you do? I thought it'd be happening easily.
Oh shit, we need to break that record.
Mm-hmm.
Cancel It's Garbage. Day 1. It's hilarious though because like we're not actually siding, like I personally don't side with anyone. I side with me. Oh man, that reminds me of a dream I had. I had this dream that it was like some sort of apocalypse and I was living in Australia. I don't know why. That was just the setting of my dream. And I'm like,
it was Mad Max.
What's that?
It was Mad Max.
Yeah, maybe. So here's my dream. I'm in high school and I'm in Australia. And like for some reason I moved there with my parents who, so everything in this dream my brain completely fabricated, right? Cuz when I was in high school, my mother had fucked off to the middle of the country. My dad had fucking been halfway through his transition and already given me up for adoption. And then by the time I got out of high school, he had passed away, right? And
It sounded like the script for Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Oh, Christ. Yeah, it feels like it sometimes. I am Priscilla. Queen of the assholes. Say again?
Priscilla was the bus,
Yeah. But anyway, so this dream, and some chick comes up to me and be like, hey, and she was like, hey, I need you to take this test for me. I'm like, and I go off on her. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to take this test for you? For one, 2, why would I take this test for you? 3, you don't know me. I don't know you. And I'm not going to look out for you. I'm going to look out for me and my interest. And the look on this chick's face was like a look of disgust, rage, and disappointment. And then I wake up at that point. I'm like, fuck. So yeah. That was my dream. And it reminded me about that dream. Like, no, I'm going to look out for me. I'm going to look out for my interest. And that's where my sense of humor comes from. Like, I don't give a shit about anyone else. I have no one else to give a shit about. Well, okay. I take that back. I care about people. I care about specific people in my life, but I don't care about people in general. Does that make sense, Farty?
Yeah,
And,
it's bizarre, like with humor and stuff like that, where it comes from. My fucking ridiculously fucking horrifically dark fucked up sense of humor comes from the fact that I've had a lot of fucking sort of jobs and capacities in my life where death, damnation, destruction, fucking injury, and gore and all that kind of shit has been quite a regular occurrence in my life. Fucking, you tend to find that a lot of those kinds of people, the worse it's happened to them, the darker the fucking sense of humor, and the only kind of way we can cope with
yeah.
it.
Yeah, so for
So,
me, like especially for me from my background, like it was all foster care bullshit. And I've told you some of it, Farty, but I don't know if I've like expanded on a lot of it, but like I went through foster care in the New York State foster care system. You think about torture, you think about abuse. I've been through it. Like I've received it. And we're not just talking, we're not talking physical stuff. We're talking mental shit too. Like being I was actually waterboarded once, Farty. How fucked up is that? I was 11 years old and I was waterboarded for no reason. I thought I was going to fucking die.
but point in waterboarding someone unless you want to find fucking something out of them.
Say again?
It's just sadistic.
Say again, dude? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
That's just sadistic.
It is, yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been through some shit. And I haven't been through the same shit as you. I wasn't allowed to go to war. I wasn't allowed to enlist in the military. If I were, I'd have been that sick son of a bitch who, is stringing up the ears of his enemies on the fucking battlefield.
hmm It's technically a war crime.
Technically.
Yeah.
Well, who's gonna
Just
say
don't tell anyone
anything?
about it. Yeah, don't tell anyone about it, and it's not a war crime.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly
It's not a crime if you don't get caught. Um,
right. It's the 13th commandment. Well, the 11th commandment, sorry. If you're going to do any of these, don't get caught.
So yeah, we've got a fucked up sense of humor, but it comes from a dark place, okay? And if you guys don't get that, then we don't want you here. If you can't fucking understand that, we have issues, and the only way we can work through those issues is just by fucking going along with the dumb shit in our brain and laughing at it.
There is also a little bit more to it. So, I mean, like,
There is, but like
there
that's the
there is
basic of
almost
it.
no, there is almost a science comedy in general. With different types of humor and stuff like that. So we got different categories. There's absurdist humor, there's slapstick, there's fucking situational, there's like fucking dark humor, there's fucking ultra black fucking humor like mine. There's fucking um, bloody things of that nature. And it even sort of sometimes comes down to you can create a joke almost on a scientific fucking premise, like an algorithm almost. There's Jimmy Carr's one of the comedians that sort of like looks into that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and there's been a few times in some of his skits where he's basically told a joke that he's engineered effectively, like to didn't think of it because it was funny. It was like, right, well, I'm going to say let, and then this is, and it's going to be fucking funny. And of course, well, Jimmy Carr joke, of course, it's fucking funny. I can't remember which joke it was now, but fucking, I thought that was pretty fucking fascinating that there was actually a scientific premise behind humor. And I started looking into it. So, like, take for instance, alcohol is in fact, or according to chemistry, alcohol is in fact the solution. It's funny to fucking smart people because you get the nuance of the term solution, which means the final product or the end result. So even with launching a torpedo, like the firing solution is like, what's the end result of the mathematical equation on fucking how we're going to fire the torpedo? What's the solution? The mathematical solution. What's the fucking, and like the alcohol being a solution is mixing a few fluids together to create a result, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas normally people would just think, oh, alcohol is not a solution. It never bloody is. Blah 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 blah. You fucking dumb cunt. And you get to laugh at them, and sometimes call it an idiot detector.
Yeah. I'm trolling through Twitter right now to see if there's anything newsworthy to talk about. But the only thing that came up is that stupid Sonic the Hedgehog meme. From the third movie, there's like this line that has become a meme like within the last 24 hours. And I think it's the dumbest thing ever. There's like 50 people talking about it. So, yeah, Twitter, you used to have such good news on here.
What was the line?
The flames of disaster. Yeah, very, I don't know,
Wow.
cringeworthy, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking,
You know, Farty.
yeah, I'm scrolling through.
What's that?
I'm scrolling through Twitter too. There's fuck all of interest.
Yeah, there's nothing. Like, you know what I think we should do one of these days? I have the Cyberpunk role-playing game. The actual RPG, the pen and paper RPG. Would you be interested in that one of these days, Farty?
Yeah.
I think it
why
would be fun.
Oh, the answer to that meme you posted, the fucking hot goth chick, is that hot goth which chick suddenly gives you a chance this month, don't fall for that shit. Sacrifice season. Run, motherfucker, trust me. Yeah, I don't have to worry anything because I have to turn them back nowadays. I've got no more room for dead fucking whores in the garage.
I'm just like, yeah, I'm at the point where I'm just like, yeah, sacrifice me. It's all good.
No, they're the one that's getting sacrificed. Fucking kill them.
Are you gonna start your hooker freezer? Is this Farty's hooker freezer arc?
Yeah, she can sit there, go, like, here, have a drink, and then you gotta go, here, you have a drink. She goes, yeah, I got you my witch spell, you're gonna fucking fall asleep. It's like, yeah, and I gave you a right hit, no. Night.
You want to really go all the way. Spike it with arsenic. Why does this smell like almonds?
The fucking whitest kid, you know. We gon' make love until you wake up. We gon' make love until you...
Oh my god, dude. And you can't make these jokes anymore because they're somehow unsavory and insensitive and...
Yeah, you can make these jokes. You know what you fucking do, right? You have any cunt that has a fucking sucker better, you just tell them to fuck right off. Go get a sense of humour, you useless cunt. This is what we used to do back in the day when people had a problem with it. You just start berating them like a bunch of fucking dickheads that they are because fucking get a sense of humour, you fucking cunt. That was fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like my dad was telling me about this one time, right, where that even fucking happened in real life, where fucking he used to work for Manly Ferries, and like there's like a ferry service that goes from Circular Quay in Sydney out to Manly, which is, you know, not really areas anyways. He used to have a job as a wharfinger, which was like a train station master, but on a ferry wharf.
Oh my god! For a second, I thought you said Warmonger. Come get your whores. Whoremonger here.
Yeah, Wharfinger. It's one of those really, really,
Yeah.
really old obscure jobs that is like only about like fucking 50 fucking people on the planet that probably still do it. Anyway, bloody. So yeah, there was one time that it was one of the ferries, the freshwater ferries, was tied up, and then one of the engineers from the engine room was out, and he's this fucking Maori dude. So he's a black fella, but he was old and he had grey hair. And he was wearing this white boiler suit, and Dad goes up to him and says, "Hey, Trev, you look like a fucking photo negative." And Trev starts pissing himself laughing. And one of the members of the public goes, "You can't say that, that's racist." And Trev's like, "Puff off, it was funny."
But, Farty, you can't say that because it's insensitive. I just sneezed all over my fucking monitor. Great.
But you see, that was the thing, right? We used to call fucking, like, you know, if we had a black man, we used to call him things like Snowy. You know?
Yeah.
In fact, the opposite.
Yeah.
That used to be perfectly fine. Like, sometimes they picked that as their fucking nickname because that was like a sort of like a stereotype. Okay.
Oh, man. Why am I so congested this morning?
I don't know.
It's like my whole body is telling me to go fuck myself this morning. I'm curious as to what the delay is today. Like, I'm legitimately curious to see how long it's taking. Because we're going through a third party, right? We're going through Restream this morning. And I'm curious to see, like, how long it takes to get from OBS to Restream, then Restream to the two platforms.
6 months and a fortnight.
Are you suggesting coconuts migrate?
Only under South African swallows.
Oh, okay.
Whoosh.
I wonder how many people's heads that went over. If you didn't get it, please type in the comments, "I don't get it."
A shrubbery.
It's the ferocious beast party.
There's this fucking liqueur called Chambord. I don't know whether it's still in the same bottle or anything like that, but it used to have a bottle that was like round, like a ball.
Okay.
And it had this little top on it with a crown on top. And no shit, looked like the holy hand grenade.
Did it really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you used to buy it, and you just this is the holy hand grenade. I got the holy hand grenade.
That's crazy, dude. I don't think we got that here in the States. And if we did, it was probably like something else.
Hang on, I'll look it up. Here we go.
Did you find it, Farty?
Yeah. It's the bottle I used to get. Yeah, they have changed it a little, but fucking.
Are you gonna send it to me on Twitter? I don't know what's going on. I just saw a really cool diorama though. Someone made this giant monster diorama. Oh, they made a couple of them actually. There's one of a samurai and like what looks like a Shinto temple. Like there's a giant samurai in resin. I'm gonna try and get this. Hang on. Let me see if I can't. Here. Let's see. Browser source. We're gonna call this something like. Hang on, Farty. Hold your dick, Farty. Come on. Yeah, these really fucking cool dioramas I just wanted to show you guys real quick. Alright, hang on. Let's see what Farty has to fucking say.
Okay, so it's the gilded one. That's the one I used to get. So that one's the new one.
Oh, okay.
Fucking Yes.
Let me show it to the class so everyone.
So down the side, there's more of this gold plastic fucking motifish kind of thing.
Let me show it to the class so everyone can see. Yeah, I think I've seen a similar bottle, but not quite that. And I figured out the delay for it. It's about 30 seconds, which is pretty good considering it's got to go through an intermediary, and considering that your signal is coming from the upside down.
Here we go. So yes.
Yeah.
No shit on this.
That
Yeah.
almost looks AI generated. It almost does.
It's not bad either, eh? You can drink it straight. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's got fuck all alcohol in it.
You know what freaks me out?
Yeah.
If I were to go to the southern hemisphere, the moon would appear upside down to what it does to me now, right? Because it's all a matter of it's all a matter of perspective and where you're at in the world, and the moon would appear to me to be,
Now, the northern part of the moon will still be north.
Yeah, it'll still be there, but the way I see the moon, my perception of the moon would be different because of where I'm at in the world. I'd be looking at it from the other side, and that scares the hell out of me.
Hang on, you won't be looking at the dark side of the moon.
No. You'd see the moon from the underside.
Not really.
Yeah, so
because the moon's that small, right? You get to see basically the entirety of its light horizon. So you see its entirety. It's almost like a flat slate.
Right.
Because it comes off as like a matte finish.
Right. I'm saying the features that I would see would be flipped from where they normally are.
Not really.
Well, then.
Not really. It'll just be in a different part of the sky. It'll be slightly higher.
No, I'm not talking about the physical location. I'm talking about the features that you see on the moon.
No, because the perspective. Okay, if you face south where you're standing, right, you will have the exact same perspective as if you were standing facing south in the southern hemisphere, pretty much. If you turn north in the southern hemisphere, you will still see exactly the same thing pretty much as what you will see where you're at. So the same thing with the moon, right?
Yes, you'd be seeing the same side of the moon. I'm saying the side of the moon that you see will be upside down compared to the hemisphere.
No, it won't. Because, right, if your perspective, right, from where you're standing, right, you say the moon's cycle puts the moon's position south of your position, right, and you're looking north, well, evidently you can't see it, but fucking, if you could, you'd see exactly the same thing as what you'd see if you were looking north from Australia. Okay. It's the same thing as, right, if me and you could see the back of the same bloody aeroplane, right, and it's flying away from you, so I'll be looking at your direction, we're still seeing the same perspective at the back of the airplane. You know what I mean? We're both looking in the same direction at the moon, and we're both seeing the same perspective. We're seeing it in the same orientation. We're just seeing it at different sort of perspectives on the planet. So it's shifting in the sky, but it's not actually turning around or flipping or fucking reversing or mirroring.
No, I'm saying we're the ones in different orientations.
No, not even that. Not even that. There's all the same perspective. It just changes position in the sky. That's it. It'll still be the same plane, right? We're still looking at the back of the airplane, right? It's just in a different position in the sky for me than it is for you. You know what I mean?
No, but I'll take your word for it right now.
Just because you're on the bottom of the planet doesn't mean everything flips upside down, right? We still see fucking up is down and down is up and all this kind of shit. It's like, north is north and south is south. But it doesn't fucking turn around like all that shit they fucking tell you just to fuck with you because you're dumb Yanks. Like dunnies and shit don't really flush the fucking opposite way and all this kind of stuff. It all sort of really is the design of the fucking the utensil that you're using. You can make water go the opposite direction in this country. Fucking what else? We don't go to school in fucking kangaroo guts and fucking bloody the drop bear thing is fucking real, but don't fuck with the drop bears. They will fucking kill you, and most other things will, but not everything does.
But what if I want them to tear my face off and use it as a loincloth?
Well, don't wear the Vegemite then. Fucking no, buddy. Yeah, like so. Yeah, like no, it'll still be the exact same orientation way up, and like and I will see it the exact same way you see it. But for where I'm standing, it'll be slightly north in the sky than you'd see it. It'd be slightly south in your perspective. That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure I follow, but I'll agree to disagree for the moment. I'm so fucking fried right now. I'm not gonna hide it. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's fine. I can't comprehend anything right now that goes beyond shit, my brain just shut off, Farty. Please help me. Send help. Send in the squat team.
Oh yeah, ambulance.
Will it wham into me?
Someone call him an ambulance.
Ambulance.
An ambulance.
Ambulance.
Old Live Leak won that one when the BLM stuff started up, and the fucking because in a lot of the videos you'd hear like two phrases, either they were saying he didn't do nothing, or fucking someone call him an ambulance, and fucking bloody so fucking with the dindu it was so you couldn't call them dindus and it became a racial slur and all this and fucking it was like didn't do muffins and just called them muffins and stuff like that. Fucking oh shit, I miss Live Leak. Fucking but then like the ambulance thing, they fucking someone rendered a version of it to the fucking song fucking Black Betty. It was like, oh Black Betty, ambulance, oh Black Betty, ambulance.
Oh, here's something new. This was posted 10 hours ago. Apparently, the United States military is taking over armies. Oh my god, is taking over hotels in New York City.
Are these the ones that are getting taken over by the Venezuelan gangs?
I have no clue. And apparently, and I don't know all the details about this, so if anyone else does know, apparently they're taking over the hotel and they're replacing staff.
Oh. Well, here comes the next pandemic, boys and girls.
Well, okay, so here's the big problem that's going on in New York, is that there are actually illegals in New York that are being given money and shelter by the government of New York, or at least by the government of New York, to live in condos and hotels that the taxpayers are funding.
Yeah, and they get a fucking they get a per diem. I was hearing earlier on that they were getting fucking debit cards with like couple of some fucking dollars on it, and pretty much they could go out do whatever the fuck they want with it. And if they wanted, they just go back to Monkey Boy, and he goes, "Yep, no worries, another few $1,000 on your debit card. See you later."
They get however much
So what about
money.
your fucking veterans, but what about your homeless? Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. We have a homeless problem here in the United States, and they're putting illegal immigrants above the homeless in our country. Okay, listen, I'm all for giving people a handout when it needs to, when people need it. When they have gotten so far past fucking just we left putting people on the street in the Middle Ages, in my opinion. We became the most prosperous time in history, right? Not even the most
Yep.
prosperous nation. The most prosperous time in history is right now. And you want to leave people, American citizens, on the fucking dirt, in the fucking gutters. We have shut down. We have taken away, and this is the one thing that really fucking pisses me off. We've taken away. It's the closing of mental health clinics and hospitals that were getting state funding to keep them open, and they were helping people who are now on the fucking streets, mind you. I saw a video the other day of California. Someone was walking through the streets of downtown LA, and fucking every 10 steps there's someone tweaking out because their fucking brain is just gone to shit.
I got a
Right?
thought on that.
What's that?
I got a thought on that, and that goes back to what I was talking about before with the generations and shit like that.
Yeah.
All right, but like when I was going through primary school, right, it was all say no to drugs. Drugs are bad. Fucking don't do drugs. Da, 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 right? I
Mm.
get to fucking year 7, and it was like this fucking human economics class or something like that to try and teach you about the birds and the bees. And by that point, I've been doing St. John's Ambulance since I was fucking 8 years old. So I was teaching them how to fucking, yeah, bloody the anatomy bloody works at that point. And fucking. It was at that point the attitude had changed to from drugs are bad, don't touch them, no way, fucking get fuck off, to it's okay to experiment. And I thought that's one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever heard, because there is some shit out there that's fucking really fucking addictive.
Yeah.
And, you know, even if the first one doesn't
Well,
fucking get you, it'll make you do a second one because you know the first one wasn't that bad.
well, look at the
And
most.
this would happen to me, kind of thing, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why fucking cunts are all no worries about smoking weed and fucking, you know, they're doing fentanyl and fucking, you know, like
Yeah.
shit.
Well,
That
I
shit's
mean,
fucking gonna.
look at one of the most addictive substances, and I'm not trying to call anyone out on this, but look at one of the most addictive substances that's legal. It's fucking cigarettes, right? You can go and get a pack of cigarettes. Yeah, okay, it's expensive now. But cigarettes, right? Think of the nicotine in there, right? They've done studies on how addictive nicotine is, and like people wouldn't buy cigarettes if the nicotine wasn't in there. Why? Because you've taken away an addictive source, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've taken away that drug that, while carcinogenic, also stimulates and activates the pleasure centers, thank you, of the brain, right? And just the very act of breathing the smoke in is pleasurable, apparently.
Well, yes, I was just about to say something about that too,
Yeah.
because I've tried the gum and I've tried the little puffer thingies, to yeah, the Nicorette puffers, and fucking, like, it's just not the same. And fucking, it's kind of now sort of more like the routine of the 4 or 5 minutes it takes you to have a cigarette, and sometimes you can use it as a timer, and you just get used to it and shit. And I've been doing it for so fucking long, as a couple of decades now.
Yeah.
That like it's just the thing that I do. I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do, grab a coffee and a cigarette. You know,
Yeah.
fucking after a meal, have a cigarette. Fucking sitting around doing nothing, I'll have a fucking cigarette. You know, bloody sitting up for fucking 3 days bloody straight because we fucking can't get the fucking sleep. Bloody go through fucking several packets of fucking cigarettes. The other day I went through 3 fucking packets of fucking 25 cigarettes in a
Damn,
day.
bro.
Like, I fucking bought a
Wow.
packet at 6 a.m. and by midday I looked, there's like fucking what? 5 left? Where the fuck? So I ain't got another packet, and by 6 that evening, I'm like, shit, there's only about 5 left. Fuck, gotta get another bloody packet. What the fuck happened there?
That's crazy,
Jesus.
dude. Yeah, that's crazy. Maybe, yeah, maybe you have a problem, Farty.
Oh, I got plenty of problems.
Really? Really?
Problem?
Oh.
Zero, motherfucker.
That was kind of a joke, sir. But no, yeah. So you know, but look at that, and then
Yeah, no,
this
no, and
all
it's also
started
too
in the
like
fucking
with the gum.
80s.
Hang on, with the gum as well. I found that it was like, yeah, the gum didn't have that action of the fucking actually, moving the arm up to my mouth and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, it didn't have
It's
that
like, you
fixation.
know what the fuck to do about it. Anyway, yeah, go. Sorry.
But yeah, a lot of this shit started in the 80s when like we were like telling people, we were telling children during fucking Ninja Turtle cartoons and GI Joe, don't do drugs, okay? What are drugs? And then you had, right? And then this is where the whole parent advocacy bullshit, went way too far. And fucking started killing everything. The fucking soccer moms started killing everything, and now the soccer moms has been replaced by fucking. Ooh, don't get me. I'm not gonna get started on this thread, but this, as an aside to the main point, is that the soccer moms have now been replaced by fucking college kids who want the world to continue to just go to shit, but. The soccer moms started this campaign of, oh, the cartoons are evil, we need to do this. And they ended up fucking tanking cartoons in the ground, because they couldn't be fucked to be actual parents, right? And so you have these kids going to their parents asking, hey, what's a drugs? And they go, where did you hear that? Oh, I heard it on Ninja Turtles, or I heard it on G.I. Joe, or I heard it on He-Man, or, during He-Man. Oh, well, then I guess you're not watching that shit anymore, are you? So then kids were forced by their parents to stop watching cartoons. And guess what? Everything fucking suffered for it. That was the decline. That was when the decline of fucking Saturday morning cartoons started. All because of the fucking soccer moms, who have now evolved into fucking bitchy little fucking 18-year-olds who think they know everything.
Yeah, but at the same time, they just plonk a fucking iPad in front of their kids instead of fucking, being an actual fucking parent to them, and then wondering why that, like, they're on YouTube, bloody kids, things like Elsa Gate occurs.
Yeah. Oh, Elsa and Spider-Man are rubbing holes with each other. Huh.
Oh, look, they're bouncing on the bed. Why is she now in a doggy position, and why is he humping her from behind?
Yeah.
Who knows?
But they're fully clothed, so it's okay. What's that, Farty?
Who knows? It must be the way the bed's bouncing.
Who knows? Oh, I fell. Oh, I fell over again. Oh, clumsy me, I fell over again. Name that movie.
I don't know, my doodle slopped out of my pants and went right up your bumhole. And now the waterbed is making us bounce up and down uncontrollably. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, oh. Whoops.
Yeah,
I'm betting everyone wanted to hear that, eh?
Did you hear this thing about the streamer who tried to burn down her apartment, apparently? Okay.
There's been a couple of those over the years, but there's been a couple of accidents too.
So she's doing a cooking stream in her lingerie for her audience, and the pan starts setting on fire, right? Because the oil that she's using starts to smoke, and then poof, big ball of fire, right? Now her husband or boyfriend or whatever it is. I don't know who he is in relation to her, but they live together. And she's screaming for his help. Right? I'm just like, dude, if I were her husband, I would not be allowing this shit. I just wouldn't. You want to do OnlyFans? Fine. But I'm doing OnlyFans with you. If I were seeing someone, right? If I were, and they were doing OnlyFans, right? These two conditions are synonymous with each other, right? And let's say that is the case. Guaranteed, I'm gonna let her audience know that I'm the one fucking her. Does that make me a sadist?
No, not really. And I'm a bit conflicted on that kind of thing nowadays because of Susan. And
well,
that
I'm conflicted
really
on it too. I don't want it at all. Like,
well,
I don't want anything to do with anyone who's like that.
Well, no, well, you see, like, fucking with Susan, right? She didn't end up fucking cooking me dinner and having it ready by the time I got home after working 14 hours a day. She'd start giving me shit about fucking I've supposedly been off fucking cheating on her while I was doing overtime instead of actually working. I had witnesses and I was too fucking tired to go and put up with another bloody Sheila.
Listen,
Putting up with her and fucking Naomi. Anyway, bloody fucking so yeah, I ended up fucking having to do all my own bloody chores and shit like that, and putting a roof while simultaneously putting a roof over her head and fucking food in hers and the kid's fucking belly and all this kind of fucking shit. And the only thing I was getting out of it was fruit every night. So the way I see things, I was forking out a shit ton of money to have a living whore. So I don't know, man. Fucking, and she ended up fucking cheating on me. So like, you know, she was really being a whore.
Yeah.
Like, you know, now that I was like not just a fucking leso, but a bloody whore too. So you know, I'm really conflicted on the whole fucking can't do an OnlyFans and shit. You know, because a little bit my last ex was fucking other people, not just showing her a moot.
Yeah. There's no such thing as loyalty anymore. And that really pisses me off. Like there's no such thing as loyalty anymore. And it pisses me off because I feel like I'm loyal to people only to be rewarded with a backstab. And I know you haven't done it, Farty. I know for a fact you haven't done it, and like you don't know how much that means to me personally. But legitimately, I have been in situations where, you know, that I do and I do and I do and I do, and I give everything I have to whatever personal relationships I do have, which right now are very few. I can count them all on one hand, the amount of personal relationships I have with people. And I just get fucked over in the end. And I'm tired of it. You know? Like I said, I know you haven't done it, and I'm not saying anything about it about you. But like, I don't know, I feel like I'm reaching out to people constantly only to, you know, have my hand smacked away.
No, that's the problem with fucking altruism. It's fucking people look the fucking you know, bloody bite the hand that feeds, you know.
Yeah.
That's what usually fucking shits me, right? But like, you know, I'm pretty fucking altruistic myself, and if like people are in trouble, I find a way of like well and truly fucking solving the problem for them. And then,
or at least trying
you know,
to help
they
a little
start,
bit. Yeah.
then they start asking for fucking liberties on top of that. It's sort of like, what the fuck more do you want, man?
Yeah.
Like, you're lucky I'm doing what I'm doing for you now, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But and it's sort of like they arrogantly fucking ask for it, and then, you know, in some cases say that what you've done isn't enough, and, you know, bloody be a bit insulting about it. It's like, why do I even fucking bother in the first place, you know?
Yeah.
Not like you're on
Yeah. Oh, I did want to talk about this. I do remember this. I do remember the one thing I wanted to talk about now that we're about the halfway point of the stream today. Um, we did our first midweek crisis this week. How did you feel about that, Farty?
Yeah,
Did you enjoy that? That was like our attempt at a lighthearted, just bullshit stream.
yeah,
And
you can do that again.
I liked it a lot. I think I want to focus on like a book club style thing, and I think I want to focus on Farty and I both enjoy anime, right? Um, so I think what I want to do, Farty, is I think I want to like give you a title, and like you go watch it, and we'll talk about it, and then we'll like cram in as much as we can that week. Um, and I don't know how much time you have to watch stuff. I've got like all the fucking time in the world apparently. Um, but I think I want to kind of focus on that.
It kind of depend on the mood.
Yeah, that would
Because
believe me.
you know that time when you get into the whole nothing's fucking interesting, nothing's funny, nothing's fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of I'm hoping that getting my like attention focused on like having to do a thing will kind of help alleviate some of the I don't know how to explain it other than like I get locked in, right? Like you know how people like who are like catatonic just can't fucking they can't anything, right? And that's kind of how I feel sometimes, just catatonic. Like
Yeah.
every time I do something in that state, like I'm on autopilot. I don't remember, what was said or what was done. I don't speak. Like, I have.
I know that feeling. Like going for a 200 kilometer an hour round trip drive, or 200 kilometer round trip drive, and fucking got back and like, I don't remember a fucking thing about
Yeah. And then
that.
you can't speak. Like moving around is like slow and sluggish because hey, the depression set in and it's kicking me in the balls, and everything sucks. You're worthless, and you should probably no longer be alive.
Yeah, there's no point fucking because you're not going to share it with anybody. So what's the point?
It's like you don't have a family. You're a failure at that. You're a failure at just general existing. There are times where I'm like, hey, look at you. You used to fucking ride your bike every fucking day. You'd go for 10-mile bike rides every fucking day. What the fuck happened to you, you fat sack of shit? Look at you. You got man tits. You want to work? They look pretty good. You want to start working on your back tits?
Nothing wrong with man tits. It makes the Sheila jealous.
Yeah. So what do I do at this point? I start working on my back tits from this point on. But I'm hoping that like the social streams that you and I do, I'm hoping that just kind of like forces me to like have a thing, where I'm just like I'm going. And I can't say that it's going to work every time. I mean, look at a couple weeks ago, right? We couldn't stream, what was it, last week's on time? We did the day after and I was still fucking not all together for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is why the stream is called It's Garbage, guys, because it devolves into garbage, okay? But yeah, I think the Wednesday stream being a little bit more structured might help a little bit. And I'm not going to say it's going to be a cure-all, right? I don't think it'll be a cure-all, but I think it'll help a little bit because like I do feel better when I do have a little bit of structure there. Sometimes it's not all the time, but like it's difficult.
Oh, and we will be still playing the game of how long before it devolves into politics because we're not supposed to be talking about politics.
Oh yeah, that's the Wednesday stream is like it is off limits on politics bullshit. Um, but like it'll be like, hey, remember that one time? Speaking of politics, here's a great segue. There's still no word on Kamala Harris's platform.
Nope.
Still no word. We are in September.
Oh, actually, well, obviously you guys aren't being told. Um, she's flipped on a whole bunch of fucking shit. Like she's for the border wall now.
Yeah, she's not. She's not. She's the one who ended it. She's the one who started taxing tips.
No, that's what she's saying now. She's saying that she's now for the border wall. She's now for locking down the fucking getting tough on the border. Now, mind you, she could do this right now. Remember?
Yeah, she could, but she's not doing it. She's gonna hold the fucking election ransom, and people don't understand that. I'm still voting Kamala because I don't like Trump, and JD Vance offended me personally.
Yeah, and then because Trump's also said fucking no tax on tips for fucking wait staff, she's gone and said that too.
Even though she's the one who passed the fucking bill with her tie-breaking vote that taxed the shit out of workers. No. She does have one policy. She does have one policy, and it's the taxing policy. She wants to put a 25% cap. She wants to put a 25% tax on unrealized capital gains.
That's another one.
What's that?
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
Yep. She wants to put a 25% tax on unrealized capital gains. She wants to put a she wants to increase the capital gains tax from like 40 to 45% or something like that. And she wants to increase the there's another tax she wants to increase that is going to go up another like 10%. Another 5 to 10% or something like that. And I forget what it was off the top of my head. If Dester was here, he would know. And I'm just like, I'm just thinking to myself, why are people not looking at the policies? Why is it Orange Man bad have to defeat Orange Man?
Because they're in their echo chamber, that's why, and they don't want to look at the other side of things.
They don't even have to look at the other side of things. They could just look at their side.
I know, but like, well, that you know, they're not willing to do that. That's what they've been told. And I had this argument with this fucking Sheila the other day about bloody, like, you know, she just spouted the whole fucking, oh, bloody Trump's a liar, Trump's a this, Trump's a that, Trump's a blah 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 blah. And I was like, no, that's what you've been told. No, that's what I know, that's what I know, but I don't care. Just look at the other side. You really fucking need to look into this. It's really fucking important. And I bet you she won't. But that's the thing that I see from a lot of people, like, say, Doc Rich on YouTube, that, like, you know, yeah, he was hearing this and hearing that, and he thought, well, fuck it, I'll have a look at this one bloody thing that I'm hearing, and the next thing you know, he dove down this rabbit hole of, like, what the fuck have these Democrats been lying to me about, you know, whatever else. And there's also another cunt, like, who got on, like, TikTok, and he was talking about, like, his support for RFK. And he said, oh, I was a never Trumper until RFK, you know, sort of went and, you know, I saw what they did to RFK, and it's like, hang on a minute, that's kind of similar to what they did to fucking Trump. Yeah. Hang on, are they doing the same fucking thing? Hang on, why is RFK now in the same room as Trump? Hang on, they're endorsing each other. Oh, fuck, hang on a minute, do my things align more with fucking Trump? Have I been lied to all this time? And it's like, yeah, well, fucking, like, cunts have to start realising that the only problem is...
they're doing the same to Gabbard now, too. Did you see that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, like, yeah, no, like, the problem is you got all these fucking stupid cunts who are fucking really fucking mentally fucking unstable, like, and they're mostly old fucking women and stuff like that who think that, you know, men can't tell them what to do and all this kind of shit. It's unfortunate that they're only fucking speaking to other dumb fucking slags who fucking listen to fucking cunts on The View and shit like that, who reinforce this nonsense, never fucking see the other side, and will just continually vote because vaginas and fucking novelties. That's all.
Never mind that they are completely mischaracterizing abortion being sent to the state as a stateside issue, so that the people living in the state can decide whether or not it should be legal. And I guarantee you, not a single stateside abortion thing is going to come down to, well, the baby's going to kill the mother if it stays in there because the baby died. Not a fucking single state is gonna go, okay, well, we lost one life, so now we're just gonna let another life go because, no, not a single fucking person is going to do that. Not a single fucking state is going to allow that to happen. But you know what states will allow happen? Oh, your due date is September 14th. Well, we can take that baby out right up to the 13th.
The removal of a stillbirth is normal procedure.
It is normal procedure. It is normal procedure, and aborting a stillborn fetus or aborting a non-viable fetus is a recognized and supported medical thing that does happen. And I'm tired of people saying it doesn't. I am tired of people saying that, I'm getting worked up here, Farty. I'm getting so worked up that the fucking, At any rate, I'm tired of people saying and mischaracterizing this whole abortion issue as being one thing or another. And if you don't want me to have a say about it, then stop making it my fucking business. End of story.
Well, it used to be pretty ambiguous and all this kind of stuff. I remember back on Dodger's channel, we all had this argument and all this, and of course the Sheilas were saying, you shouldn't be fucking go fuck yourself, lady. Like, it takes two to tango, and fucking one bloke should have fucking saying, well, that fucking kid. I mean, after all, you get to fucking kill the damn thing.
Yeah, if someone knocks you up, you should at least tell them that you're pregnant and discuss with them what's going on, right? If you break up with the dude and he still wants that kid, I think he should have access to that kid. I think you should be stripped of your parental rights. Here's the perfect world scenario for me. If you knock someone up, you two break up, fine, whatever. But if he still wants that kid, I think you should have a right to that kid, and I think you should be stripped of your parental rights. You should not be given fucking child support. And that's the end of the story. Yeah, okay, it sucks. You might have brought a child to term and you no longer have access to that kid, but you didn't want it to begin with. And you didn't want him to begin with. So let them be happy, and you can go fuck the fucking elephants in the zoo for all I care.
Well, thanks to Kamala Harris, it's become a hell of a lot less ambiguous, and that's because she's been running around trying to tell every cunt it's like the fucking 17 bloody hundreds, where you had to have 17 fucking kids because fucking 9 of them wouldn't fucking survive past the age of 4. Yeah. And half of what's left wouldn't survive past the age of fucking 10, and the rest maybe might fucking reach the age of fucking 20 before they all fucking carked it. You might get one that'll live till fucking 30. So yeah, you need all those fucking kids because one might fucking survive. But nowadays, it's like pretty much the complications in pregnancy are so fucking rare, it's not funny. I mean, like, it's extremely rare to have any problems nowadays
they
apart
have
from
fucking drugs that make the delivery seem like a fucking, like it never happened.
Well, it's not even just that. I mean, like, the only realistic things that can happen nowadays that are common are like a stillbirth or a fucking when the thing shits itself halfway through the pregnancy. Shit, that's the one. fucking and these are relatively harmless to the mother nowadays too.
Yeah.
But with fucking camel toe running around saying, "Oh no, you got to get yourself fucking abortions all this time, or every time you get pregnant and all this kind of stuff." So what it denotes that these Sheilas are running around getting fucking pregnant a lot, which means they're jumping on a shit ton of unprotected fucking doodles. Which means that some of these cunts are going to have some fucking venereal diseases somewhere, and that'll just perpetuate fucking communicable diseases, which is something that fucking as a fucking first world fucking nation should be already on top of. I mean, back in the day, right, when like a lot of like things like polio and fucking tuberculosis and fucking all that kind of shit, the measles were
But farty.
were a thing, right? And they had vaccines and stuff like that. We eradicated that shit in Australia for about 30 fucking years, and then we got multiculturalism back, and these dirty wog cunts are coming in with it, and like, oh, it's against our religion, get the vaccines and shit like that.
But
And then
farty,
we had our first cases of those things in Australia for like 30 fucking years.
farty, we are on top of it though. That's why it's being spread.
Yeah, yeah. It's even more dangerous than not because some of those are fatal, and in some cases, someone that's fucking then like obviously they're not telling them the consequences of it because fucking if you do spread something like AIDS, for example, that's fucking almost akin to fucking murder in some places because you've spread something that could be fatal to somebody.
Yeah.
Fucking and then there's also other things that are like things you just can't get rid of and will stick with you for life, like fucking herpes and shit.
Yeah, and in certain fucking parts of the United States here, it's perfectly fine to fuck someone and not tell them you have AIDS. It's perfectly fine. Yeah. It might not be a death sentence, but I don't want to fucking be sick my entire life.
But anyway, that's the fucking the thing that Camel Toe was trying to perpetuate. And even if like these Sheilas are running around jumping on every infected cock they can find, well, when the kid gets born, they're going to be born with it too.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that like now it's a little less ambiguous that the fucking argument's been made pretty clear like that fucking Camel Toe's a fucking idiot, thinks it's the 17th century. And fucking
no, she knows it's not the 17th century. She's just playing it up.
And she's perpetuating the spread of fucking venereal diseases, put people's lives at risk because she's an incompetent old fucking whore. And now it's a case of the prevalence and the argument for fucking abortions is purely so sluts can run around on fucking without using a franger and then just have the thing of if they get pregnant they can just get rid of it whenever the fuck they want and use abortion as contraception. And no, that's not what it's fucking for.
Yeah, it's become a and I really hate that the right was right sometimes. I really do. Because the right in the 90s was like, if we allow unchecked abortions, it's gonna turn into abortions as a form of birth control.
Yep, that's what it is now.
It is. It's the form of birth control now. I mean, granted that some of it, some of those abortions are going to good use. Some of them, because the fucking stem cell research being done in some capacity through Planned Parenthood. Some of it's being put to good use.
Or useless as well.
What's that?
Or the mother. And the mother probably knew she was useless as well.
Yeah.
Probably doing it for favor.
But that's like the only silver lining in this whole bullshit facade fucked up world that there is. It's like, fuck, dude, come on. Like, yeah, okay, I'm a guy. I shouldn't have an opinion on abortion. Okay, great. Then, you know what? Stop making it my issue. Stop telling me that I have a choice in it. Or stop telling me I have no say in it, rather. And then, while we're at it, stop telling me to vote a fucking certain way. Because I'm not going to vote for your cause. It doesn't affect me. It has nothing to do with me. I am not going to vote just because you asked me to vote your way.
Well, here's flip side. Fucking Sheila's, can say, oh, but you're a man, you don't have a say in this. Well, that would have been true until the point you started using this as contraception, which means that you're spreading fucking infectious diseases in some cases and whatnot, which is a health issue. And as a fucking medic, yes, now I have every fucking right to say shit tons about it.
Yeah. It's no longer my body, my choice if you're not telling me what I'm getting into bed with.
Yeah, your rights end where fucking everyone else's begins.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, you have the right to withhold that from me, and I have the right to withhold my dick from you. And I have the right to not be sick. So my right to not be sick, to catch whatever shit you have, ends with you not telling me whatever it is that you fucking have. I'm not going to willingly take what you have. All right? A, I don't know you that well, right? And B, I probably don't fucking want to, because if you're going to hide this shit from me, what else are you hiding from me?
Well, see, it even goes further than that too, because people are jumping around partners so fast, evidently without using any protection, that fucking people can start spreading this shit before symptoms develop.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time you find out you've got it, you might have fucking seen about 3 or 4, maybe more people.
Yeah.
And fucking, in some cases it might be a fucking drunken one night stand where you didn't even get each other's bloody names. So fucking good luck with that one. And he's running off now, not knowing what the fuck's going on, probably poking everything under the sun, even the fucking not holding the fence and the watermelon in your garden. Bloody hide your bloody chickens because they're fucking next. Bloody and then fucking next thing you know, he's got fucking he's getting symptoms and going, what the fuck did he fucking fuck? And now he's got to go and find the fucking 50 fucking bitches that he's fucking conned into fucking sticking his little woolly little nub in and fucking wiggling it around a bit and bloody. Some of them might have been drunken one night stands and he didn't even get their fucking names and all this kind of shit and fucking sort of have fun with that one. And of course, they're all fucking off fucking, we've already gone 7 ways from Sunday and 55 fucking, degrees of separation, all getting back to the one fucking person.
Yeah, it's, the world we lived in is way more fucked up than the situation I grew up in, Farty. Which really, that's really depressing when you think about it.
Well, yeah. And young, dumb women are being told this is okay.
Yeah. You know what? Let's just fucking take the warning labels off of everything.
Tell that to California, where everything's carcinogenic.
Yeah. You look in the sky, you're getting eyeball cancer. To be fair.
Funnily enough, they don't put it on carcinogens.
What's that?
I fucked up that joke. I was going to say, funnily enough, they don't put it on cigarettes.
They actually do now in the States. They put the warning label that cigarettes are carcinogenic now on cigarettes in the States. I don't know about like in other parts of the world, but I do know here. It was a recent like Supreme Court ruling or some shit.
So interestingly, right, we used to have branded packaging and shit like that.
Right.
And then they decided that they were going to put warnings on them. And we used to just joke around with them. So, like, we'd get, like, the smoking when pregnant harms your baby. I get those ones because I'll never get pregnant. Cool. Don't get the ones that say smoking kills because they'll fucking kill you. I get the ones that give you lung cancer because then you'll be all right. Things like that. Now, I'm looking at the one, like, in my packet says smoking kills, and there's, like, now they got big pictures on them.
Oh, okay.
Mine's got a foot sticking out the bottom of a sheet with a toe tag on it. And on the back, it's got this little brief thing of information, and who fucking cares about that? And the big yellow warning thing on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've gone to plain packaging. And the plain packaging, right, they said was designed, they're going to have a colour that was so repulsive it will turn people off getting packets of cigarettes. The problem is it's olive fucking drab. And if you fucking know me and my fucking massive interest in the military and military and all this kind of stuff, this was the best fucking colour they could have ever fucking picked.
It's
It now looks
basically
like
begging Farty, buy me, buy me, buy me.
yeah. And it looks like a little box of ammunition, especially the little yellow warning thingy on the side. It looks like a box of bullets you used to get, like, back in the army. Like, you know, the box of 25s looks like a box of fucking, like, 27.62s or something like that.
Yeah.
It's funny as fuck.
It's funny because they say smoking kills, and I'm like, so does fucking life, dude. Get over it.
But, yeah, the funniest part with this newer plain packaging with the big pictures and stuff like that, there's these, like, I call him Brian from 1975.
Okay.
And it's fucking 2 pictures of this dude called Brian, and they're clearly from the 1970s, right? The pictures are that fucking old, right? And even his hair's all fucking out and curly with a big 70s fucking mustache in one of them. And the next one, he's all scrawny and shit in bed and all this kind of shit. They're trying to say that he fucking died of cancer from smoking, but it turns out, right, he died in 1983 from fucking AIDS.
Yeah.
So fucking nice try with that one, dickhead.
Yeah.
I will think it's a fucking joke. And I look at these pictures, right? There's one part where it's like got like looks like someone's coughed up, no shit, a lung in the bottom of a toilet, and I'm like, what the fuck? And there's like a decrepit fucking green, like bloody gangrenous toe that's all decrepit and fucking eaten away and shit. And there's what else? There's like some Sheila with all fucking ulcers around her mouth and missing teeth and fucking.
That's what's called heroin, you guys.
there's like someone's fucking squeezing pus out of an esophagus and all sorts of shit. And I'm sort of like, I washed the motherfucker out of a fucking crushed up van with a fire hose. Like, this shit's gonna fucking bother me. Piss off.
Yeah. I remember in high school, in the nurse's office, it was like, I was in 10th grade, I think. So I was in high school, and I go to the nurse's office once, and they had just put up new no smoking signs, or anti-smoking propaganda, rather. And I call it propaganda because that's pretty much what it is. Don't smoke or you'll look like this. That's propaganda, right? When you're being sold an idea by selling you what the outcome of the opposite is, right? So the idea is this girl, she's all fucking, emaciated, and her skin's like kind of yellow, and she's got like these dark circles under her eyes, and there's like an X-ray type cutaway. You know how they did shit in the 90s? There was like this X-ray type cutaway where like you could see inside her chest, and her lungs are all fucking black and shriveled and shit. And I'm just like, yes, that's exactly what I came to the nurse's office for. Yes, to stare at that picture. It has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I sprained my fucking ankle on the fucking football field.
Fucking we used to have an ad back in the day where like they'd hook this sponge up to this machine that was supposed to like sort of simulate respiration, and it was hooked up to this sort of thing, the outline of a human with a cigarette in its mouth, and it was like sort of made it smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And then they pulled the sponge out after a while, and there's all this dark matter in it. And they'd squeeze it out, like, this is in your lungs after 10 cigarettes. And I'll go get fucked. I'd be fucking dead. Like, I'd be drowning if that's the fucking case. Piss off, idiot.
Yeah.
But funnily enough, though, right, fucking another thing about bloody Susan. Why the fuck am I bringing up Susan all the time tonight? Fucking Jesus Christ. Anyway, bloody.
It's because, psychologically speaking,
I want to fuck a Lezo.
Well, no, it's because you do miss her on some level.
No, fucking don't. Fuck no. See, like, right, fucking, she was a recovering drug addict when I fucking started fucking seeing her, right? Mm-hmm. And only was smoking weed, and she looked like she'd been around the block a few fucking times by that point, and she was starting to get back to a healthy weight.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she left me for somebody else, it was that was past the point where she started getting the fucking cottage cheese and the muffin top and all this kind of stuff. And I'm sort of like, yeah, well, the next guy can fucking have what he wished for, mate, because he's about to fucking get it. Anyway, fuck, what was I going to say there? But he, oh yeah, that's right, yeah, because she was a recovering drug addict and fucking, and yeah, she looked like she'd been pretty weather beaten. Looks like Madeline Kahn if she was fucking left out in the sun for a fucking couple of decades. Anyway, bloody, I had a photo of her, and there was a couple of times at rave parties with little 14-year-old girls who were freaking out in their fucking third tab of ecstasy, right? And I was like, you shouldn't really do drugs because it will fuck your looks up. Like, really? And I said, yeah, look, this is my ex. She's only 29. Like, holy fuck, oh, Jesus Christ. And it's like, well, I didn't actually tell him she was 30 fucking 6 in the photo, but anyway.
She looks 60.
It worked like a fucking charm.
Wow. There's some stuff to unpack there, Farty. It's a good thing I'm not your therapist.
My therapist doesn't want to even be my therapist.
Yeah. Your one therapist wanted so little to be your therapist that he went and died on you.
No, my therapist doesn't trust me so much. He gets me to pay in advance.
That's fucked up, Farty. That's fucked up, bro. I know where that joke's going. If you only know where that joke's going if you've been to therapy. Sideways is for attention, long ways is for results. Oh my god, what the fuck? Farty, I need to be stopped, don't I? I need to be stopped, Farty.
Oh, fucking the end of the world. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, with any luck, fucking the chief of fucking the Met might fucking try and subpoena you over to the fucking United Kingdom on a free holiday just to tell them to go get fucked about a meme.
Hey, Farty.
Yeah.
Soon the cleansing fire will come, and all will be at peace.
I like this one. You're sitting in a bank and just sit there muttering, I am the angel of death. The time of cleansing is upon us. I am the angel of death. The time of cleansing is upon us. Just to fucking fuck with people.
You should walk in. No. Oh, man. It should be. You know what would make it even greater? If you walk in with a frozen sausage and you just start polishing it with like a paper towel. And it's like completely frozen solid. You're just sitting there wiping it and going, and you're saying the line. Oh my god, dude.
Then if someone starts looking at you, you start rubbing it harder so like bits of paper start shredding off and stuff like that, and you start looking at them even more and more intensely and they stop looking at you.
You try and like bug your eyes out a little bit. You do that thing where like you like force your eyelids back a little bit further and you lock eyes with them. And they do that weird thing where they're like, something's not right with that guy. And where are they going to send you? Nowhere. Why? Because they closed all the fucking mental hospitals. They closed all the mental health clinics. Nobody gives a shit until you're sitting in a bank polishing a sausage going, I am the angel of death. Soon the cleansing fire will come.
Well, I got a new idea. We got these things called employment service providers out here that don't provide an employment service, but basically want you on their books so they can get free money off the government.
Mm-hmm.
They annoy the shit out of me. So I'm going to go start annoying people, right? And when they want to complain, I'm going to go, here's a card, and I give it to the fucking employment service provider, so they'll just get constant phone calls like, this person fucking, he was doing this, that, and the other thing, and he said to call you guys to complain. Now do something about him. Just old school toxing, DDoSing.
You get that one lady who's like, you remember Office Space, right?
Yeah.
Where that one lady would always be answering the phones. Good morning. Like, oh my god.
Oh, we had this fucking ad back in the day where it started off with this receptionist, and all she was doing was like, Barton, Burnham and Burstings, please hold. Barton, Burnham and Burstings, please hold. Barton, Burnham and Burstings, please hold. Then it cut to her at lunch, and she's sitting there just with a sandwich in her hand going, Barton, Burnham and Burstings, please hold. Barton, Burnham and Burstings, please hold. Then it cut to her walking home. She's still walking down the street, just going, Barton, Burnham and Burstings, please hold. Barton, Burnham and Burstings, please hold. Shouldn't have that ad nowadays because that makes out that women are just bimbo airheads that just can't fucking think of anything other than being an NPC or some fucking nonsense shit. Or more to the fact that she was skinny and pretty and stuff, and you can't have that because body positivity and shit. She should have been a fat, ugly leso with fucking the singlet and purple hair and fucking nose rings and shit.
Hey, I want purple hair and nose rings.
And then she shouldn't have been so polite because women aren't polite nowadays. So it should have been Barton, Burnham and Burstings, get fucked. Barton, Burnham and Burstings, get fucked.
Stop fucking calling.
What? Barton, fucking, I don't care. What do you fucking want?
Like that fucking like that scene in Ghostbusters where fucking where
They get the
Bill
first job.
Murray
Fuck this. What do you want?
Bill Murray is like, you know, Janine, someone with your skills should be able to find a top flight job in either the food service or hospitality industry. And fucking Annie Potts' character is all like, Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Fucking, speaking of hospitality, right?
Uh,
Remember telling you about the Democrats fucking telegraph and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you noticed how fucking Camel Toe couldn't say hospitality, right? She said hospitality.
Uh-huh.
You know those fucking FBI, fucking IRS agents they were going to employ?
Oh, no.
There's your fucking hospitality industry there, sunshine. You ain't fucking, that wasn't a fucking misspeak. That wasn't a fucking bloody slide of fucking tongue. She just fucking told you, cunts, that she's going to fucking no tax on tips for the poor silly IRS cunts that are all coming down and fucking get your capital gains, unrealised fucking tax on fucking the bloody value of your bloody house that fluctuates on the stock market regardless of whether you want to sell it or not, but they want the fucking money for it.
Yeah. Here, I have a suggestion to make. And this may not be a popular suggestion to make, but how about we just let corporations go tax-free? We stop income tax, and then we stop taxes altogether, and then see how long the government can hold up, because the people will hold up just fine without paying taxes.
No, you won't.
Farty.
There's lots of things that your taxes do go for that fucking, like, yeah, say for instance, like just in, you know, like the obvious one, the military, right? The thing is that bad right now that everyone's just willing to fucking provoke you and attack you and all this kind of shit because your military is so woefully fucking bad. That is something that you really do need to fund, and that's why it's so fucking expensive.
Farty. You couldn't
what?
just let me have the joke, could you?
See, like, well, it's not really a fucking joke. The only problem is they fucking misuse your bloody taxes.
They do, and that's the problem, is they misuse the taxes. Our money isn't going to the military like it should be. Our money isn't going to the infrastructure like it should be. Most of it is ending up in the pockets of the politicians. And those politicians are then buying stock in the companies that they're taxing. And they're taxing the companies so they can buy the stock when they go, hey, we can no longer afford to operate in the United States, so we're moving overseas. Which then goes, hey, we have an opportunity to buy into this company that can't afford to stay in operation here, so we're going to be the ones to get rich on them moving and fuck the lower and middle class.
The only problem is you can't act like the problem with actually like getting rid of the taxes on business stuff like that is that, and this is partially to do with BRICS as well, is that you've lost so many countries that you used to have sovereign debt too.
Yeah.
We're basically a perpetual fucking money stream to help keep your fucking national debt fucking at bay. Now a lot of those cunts are gone, and you're not getting them back because the only reason why you were keeping them on board was through threats and fucking sanctions. Well, now you couldn't threaten a fucking hippie to punch Kitty Laura,
Yeah.
and your sanctions don't work anymore because they've gone fucked off somewhere else where the sanctions don't even fucking, aren't even a thought. Fucking, so there's this massive revenue stream that you've just lost. And
Yeah.
You can't afford to.
No, I agree with you entirely.
Realistically, Trump's probably going to have no fucking choice but to actually tax fucking things a little bit higher because there is just that little fucking money in the kitty anymore.
No, yeah, I agree entirely. And it's not. We're fucked either way come November. We're fucked either way. That's always been my stance. We are fucked either way in November. What's that?
You're less fucked with Trump. You're
Fuck.
still fucked, but you're less fucked.
Yeah, but fucked is still fucked, Farty. The lesser of two evils is still evil.
Trump's going to buy you dinner and get you drunk before he sticks it up your ass without any lube. Camel toes is going in dry.
Yeah.
At least Trump will hot tour on it.
I hope you're ready for what is going to be the best experience of your life. I know, I don't do a very good Trump, but Trump doesn't do a very good me either, so...
But he does a very bad you when you're in that mood.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Okay, I will.
Fuck it.
You know, I make jokes, but if I were going to vote, I'm not voting. I don't care. It's fucked either way. There's no choice for me. I don't fucking care. I became disillusioned with the entire system in 2020, and by me expending my energy to go to the polls in 2024, only to have the same thing happen, because it's going to happen again. Kamala's going to win, quote unquote, and they're going to fucking either they steal the election or they don't, right? But they've done it before, and they're gonna do it again. And if not this time, then some other time.
The only thing that sort of could be your savior is the fact that they're fundamentally cowards.
Yeah.
And that it should be fairly clear that, no one's even hiding at the polls anymore, that Camel Toe's on a decline and Trump's on a rise again. With RFK and Tulsi Gabbard and fucking, who's the black fella that crossed the line too?
I don't remember his name. No, there's been a bunch of Democrats that have left the Democrat Party on account of Kamala.
Yeah, that's got to be clear by now that even if they try having a military coup and all this kind of shit, that they are not going to get away with it this time.
Yeah, I think they're jumping ship this time because here's what I see happening. Right? Let's say
I mean Kamala and the cabal, like the fucking Lincoln and all that kind of stuff. They must fucking know now that they just can't get away with it. They just simply don't have the numbers anymore.
Here's what's been going on, and I want to lay this out first, and then I want to get into what I see going on. So this is gonna be a little bit of a maybe lengthy, but I want to get it off my chest, and I want to try and do it all in one go.
Just real quick before you do,
yeah.
I'll say, because they don't have the numbers anymore and all this kind of shit, and they're so fucking weak now, they won't push the point nor chicken out. That's our only savior, and that's our only hope. There's a small chance that might happen. They might just go, fuck it, throw all the toys out the pram nuke every cunt just to fucking get away with it.
Yeah,
anyway,
and they might run. Yeah, I think the point you're trying to make is that they're running Kamala because they know they're going to lose and that she's not a viable candidate.
Also, if she does get in, they'll just fucking blame the mess on her because they're already starting to do that now by making her responsible for all the shit that Biden was like, her Bidenomics is her fault. Fucking the fall of Afghanistan was her fault because she was the last one out of the room. Fucking no shit.
But here's what I see going on at the moment. You have all of these Democrats leaving the party. either in spirit or actually leaving the party. You have all of these Democrats that have left the party going, we're pro-Trump. We're endorsing Trump. You have Facebook coming out and saying quite clearly and with specificity, I didn't say that word correctly, but specifically stating and being blunt about it that the Biden-Harris administration did in fact, from 2020 and up to now, has and does continue to put pressure on Facebook to there's no other way to say it but censor shit that people were learning about COVID early on, that people were discussing about the election, and that people were discussing about other things. They were discussing, a second Trump presidency, and they went out of their way to deboost Trump presidency stuff at the behest of fucking the Kamala Harris campaign. The Biden Harris campaign. Shit, dude. You had these other things going on, right? That Facebook was complicit in, and they came out and said as much. So you have these elements going on, and there's a lot more that I'm not even touching on, only because I haven't read up on enough of it. Because who needs it? Who needs all of it right now? Because you already have enough evidence to bury the convict. And now what I think happens is if Trump wins, right, and they don't pull any sneaky shit, and Trump is by and large the de facto winner of the election, I see one of two things happening. I see one of three things actually happening. I see what Tim Pool was talking about. Tim Pool was talking, okay, well, Trump wins. There's this whole civil war. If you want to know about the civil war theory, with Trump winning, I suggest you guys go watch Tim Pool talking about it. It's all his theory on what a potential civil war looks like when Trump wins. I don't have the link. I'm sorry, but Tim Pool was talking about it a couple of months ago. Farty and I did touch on it in, I think, our second stream on YouTube for It's Garbage. So if you guys check that out, it's either second or third stream. It's in there somewhere where we're talking about it. And I kind of break down what happens there. So there's, the civil war route that could happen. There is Trump can't legally have presidency because he legally won the election last time. Which, again, leads probably to the civil war route because now the government can't be trusted.
Because on that, they've been telegraphing that shit too.
Yeah.
Everything that's wrong, they're blaming Trump. Oh, Trump fucked the border. Trump done this. We can't change shit because Trump won't let us. They've even said that shit pretty much in those words.
Yeah.
And it's like, Trump hasn't had any fucking power in 3.5 fucking years. Why the fuck saying that fucking Trump's in the way?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Are you going to turn around at the end of the year and say, oh, by the way, no, Trump actually won the last election. We just found all these fucking ballots for him. And because he actually president for the last 4 years and didn't do a bloody thing, fucking he can't run another term. So, oh yeah, Biden gets another fucking term, or Harris gets a fucking another term, or whatever the fuck.
Right. So
actually get 3 terms out of fucking Harris.
So the point that I wanted to make with this, the reason why you have these Democrats jumping ship is because, they were, and and I'm gonna point fingers. All right, I could be wrong about this. It's fine. And if I am wrong about this in the end, that's fine. I'll own up to it. Like, um, but the whole Trump was the de facto winner in 2020. We just, fudged the numbers so that he wasn't, so that you guys would believe our story, right? um, you have that. We're jumping ship so that when that ship does go down, we're not going down with it. And there isn't a whole fucking party reset because everyone's in prison now. And then you have shit like fucking Chris Cuomo coming out and going, oh, misinformation. We need to ban misinformation. And now you have him saying, no, 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 no. We need to, protect free speech, even if there is misinformation in there. Right? And you see all of this shit coming out, and everyone's jumping ship now, so they're not held liable for stealing the election in 2020. And this is just a theory, guys. This isn't, I'm not saying one thing or another. I'm just saying that if Trump was the de facto winner in 2020 and they say Trump can't have another term because we stole it from him, that's the scenario, right? This is this is one of three scenarios, right? Where they try and keep Trump out of the White House if he wins, right? They go, he can't serve because of this. That whole party's going down, which is why people are jumping ship. And then you have this third option. And that third option is, well, Trump doesn't win. And they do steal the election. Because they stole the first election.
I think that's the
well,
one.
Now, what's that?
I think that's the one that will actually lead to civil war. I don't think the first one will.
The first one.
We'll have lots of cunts kicking and screaming like the last time, and fucking like riots like in Kenosha and all that kind of shit. But fucking as for like civil war, remember the other side cunts don't have guns.
Yeah, but like I said, the whole there's a civil war on the horizon, and those three outcomes lead to civil war. Some of them are a little more one of them is a little more likely than the other two. And we already know which one that is. But
well, there's another problem with that too, because statistically, the most people in combat roles in the U.S. military are mostly lean conservative. They're a higher proportion of conservatives than liberals. And then even support roles and stuff like that, well, there is a high proportion of liberals. They're still outnumbered by the conservatives. So
yeah,
you're going to have fucking get in the army to fucking side with Kamala Harris and all that kind of shit for a start. And if it does come down to a point where fucking who are they going to side with? Well, they're obviously going to side with fucking Republicans and try and quell any of the violence on the other side. And then now we have all the guns and the artillery. So Biden's fucking threat of fucking, if you want to go up against the US government, you got to have F-15s and F-16s, even though the fucking Taliban had no problems with fucking goats, AK-47s and fucking motorcycles.
Oh, yeah.
But where do you think they're going to fucking side, Mr. Potato Head, when they're fucking for the country, not the fuckwit running it?
Yeah. So, I don't know. Either way, we're fucked in November is the point that I'm trying to make. Even if it doesn't, even if neither outcome leads to civil war, which is also very likely, right? Of all the scenarios, right? Civil war not happening is also very likely.
Oh, hang on. Just on that too. There is a scenario that Tim Pool missed, and that has everything to do with these migrants and the fact they're letting in like all the real fucking nasty cunts.
Oh, yeah.
So, with the army being conservative and all this kind of stuff, if you fucking need to grab mercenaries and shit like that, here's a ready-made army in their millions.
Yeah. Which I think the Democrats will try to leverage.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, they'll try to leverage that entirely.
That's why they've been letting them in.
Yeah.
So that's that's I forgot
Well,
there.
not
That's
to
how
mention that the whole Democrat Party is stealing verbatim Trump's platform.
okay.
Verbatim. They're stealing his platform. And
Oh
like I
yeah.
said, I don't intend on voting this year because I honestly don't see the point. I think it's just going to get stolen again. And yeah, maybe I'm the problem with the country. Fine. Cool. Whatever.
Well, at least do this one thing though. Fucking this is apparently a way of securing that your vote's not going to get stolen. Is to actually request a mail-in vote to be sent to your house, right? And if you're not going to vote, still go down to the voting booth and check your name off personally. And if your name's already been fucking checked off, they've stolen your fucking vote. So that's the way you can check, and then they'll say if you've checked it off yourself, well then they can't use your mail-in vote, and you've already been checked off, so they can't use your fucking name then.
Yeah, the last time I went to vote, they did not bother checking the roll. They just said, I need your ID to make sure that you're a resident. Here is your voting form. Have a nice day.
So they're supposed to check you off.
They're supposed to, but there was no check-in sheet.
I think you got diddled, sunshine.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah, well, careful of that shit next time. That's why, yeah, go down and get your name checked off so they can't fucking do that shit.
Yeah.
At least. You get the mail-in vote with your name on it.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't intend on doing it this time around. I'll go.
Right, don't just get your name checked off.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll go at least try to get my name checked off. And if I walk in and they do the same shit again, where here we're not checking your name off bullshit. They pull it again. I know for a fact they're going to blitz the electoral college again.
Yeah, and then see a Republican fucking observer, because there should be them there, and hopefully they're not fucking being locked in a fucking room with cardboard on the bloody windows like the last time.
There's a water leak. We all have to leave.
And make sure and say, look, fucking, are you still checking names off, or what? Can they fucking do it without checking the name off? Or are they supposed to do it? And then fucking they might fucking come back and say, oh, you fucking pull the book out, you cunts, and stop being dickheads.
Yeah.
You never know. But like, yeah, make sure you fucking know what's going on this time around. Like, be fully fucking informed. Even if you're not going to vote, just make sure you fucking know like what these cunts are doing this time. Watch fucking everything.
Hang on, I heard a noise. Okay, never mind. Yeah. So I think that's a good place to leave it for this week. Tune in next week. Follow us on YouTube or on Kick, or both if you'd like. But that's all I have to say, Farty.
Baby.
Frank and Farty, they're a couple of jerks. Can't stand each other, but somehow it works. Yelling and screaming, it's all in good fun. 2 hours a week, and then they're done. It's garbage, yeah, it's a mess. With Frank and Farty, you know the rest. Buddy Doku's gone, ghost in the stream. He's like Bigfoot in our podcast dream. Frank thinks he's smart, Farty thinks he's right. Put them together and they'll start a fight. Doku's hiding, who knows where. Probably eating snacks in his underwear. Nuke the site from orbit, it's the only way. Aliens got it right, we always say. Blow it all up, start it anew. But we'll be back next week just for you. It's garbage, yeah, it's a mess. With Frank and Farty, you know the rest. Buddy Doku's gone, ghost in the stream. He's like Bigfoot in our podcast dream. So thanks for listening to this crazy ride. Frank and Farty always side